In a quiet, peaceful village, surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there lived an old farmer named Raghav. For many years, Raghav worked tirelessly under the blazing sun and the cool moonlight. His hands were rough, his skin darkened by the soil, but his heart was filled with love for his land. To him, the earth was not just dirt, it was life itself. Raghav had three sons, Amit, Bhavesh, and Kunal. Unlike their father, the sons did not share his passion for farming. They were young, strong, but lazy. They disliked hard work, often spending their days in idle chatter, dreaming of a future filled with riches without effort. They wanted wealth, but not the sweat and toil that came with it. Many times, Raghav tried to teach them. He would say, "My sons, the land is our greatest blessing. If you care for it, it will care for you." But his words went unheard. The sons would nod, then return to their idle ways. Years passed, and one day Raghav grew very weak. His body, worn from years of labor, could no longer keep up with him. As he lay on his bed, coughing and tired, he realized that his end was near. He called his three sons to his side. His voice was soft but carried the weight of wisdom. "My dear sons," he began, "I may not live much longer, but before I leave this world, I want to tell you something important. In our fields, there lies a great treasure. After I am gone, dig deep into the soil and you will find it." The three sons looked at each other, their eyes wide with excitement. "Treasure," they whispered. They imagined gold coins, sparkling jewels, and chests filled with riches hidden beneath the earth. Their hearts raced with greed and curiosity. Soon after, the farmer passed away. The village mourned for the kind old man, but his sons thought only of his last words. The very next day, eager to uncover the hidden wealth, Amit, Bhavesh, and Kunal rushed to the fields with spades and shovels. From morning till night, they dug deep into the earth. They turned every corner of the field, digging hole after hole, their hands blistered, their backs aching, but their minds fixed on dreams of treasure. Days turned into weeks. The once quiet field now looked like a battlefield, dug and overturned in every direction. But despite their efforts, they found nothing. No chest of gold, no sparkling gems. Finally, exhausted and angry, the brothers threw down their tools. "Our father deceived us," said Amit bitterly. "Yes," added Bhavesh. "He gave us false hope." Kunal, the youngest, sighed deeply. All this effort for nothing. But as they stood looking at the dug-up field, something struck them. The soil was now soft, loose, and fertile. Though disappointed, they decided to plant seeds, thinking at least their hard work should not go completely to waste. Weeks later, tiny green shoots began to rise from the ground. The brothers watered them daily, pulled out weeds, and cared for the crops. Slowly, the field transformed into a sea of green. Months later, the plants grew tall and golden, swaying gently in the wind. The harvest that year was richer and fuller than they had ever seen before. The brothers were amazed. The land gave them more food and wealth than they could have ever imagined. Their storage was overflowing with grain, enough to feed them and sell in the market. As they stood together, gazing at the golden field, Amit finally understood. "This is the treasure father spoke of," he said softly. Bhavesh nodded slowly. "Not gold, not jewels, but the reward of hard work." Kunal smiled. Father was wiser than we thought. The land is our true wealth. From that day forward, the three brothers changed. No longer lazy, they worked together in harmony. They learned to respect their father's wisdom and cared for their fields with love and dedication. The farm prospered, and so did the family. The old farmer's lesson remained in their hearts forever. Hard work and unity are the greatest treasures of life.
अगर आपको यह कहानी पसंद आई तो प्लीज लाइक करें, शेयर करें और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिए। टेल्स बाय आंजी के साथ जुड़े रहिए और मिलते हैं नई कहानियों के साथ।